Hey there, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley live with you. It's 3 o'clock on this Friday, and what we're watching are thunderstorms kind of moving into parts of the Triad area. We're going to be tracking this for you as we go through the rest of the afternoon into this evening also, and it's one of those things that you kind of got to get through when you're dealing with a cold front. And we are seeing one that's going to move into the area and bring us some more comfortable, cooler, less humid air going into that weekend. So that's kind of what we have to look forward to. But you can't get that kind of a big weather change without dealing with some big weather, and that's what we're dealing with today. So let's just get started with it. Right now I'm watching the rest of the day, basically from here through about 8 p.m. or so, having that risk of scattered showers and storms. And this could bring with it some negative impacts, right? You're going to be seeing inconvenient weather for parts of the rest of the day. Friday's always a busy one in the summertime months, especially when you got a big golf tournament in town like the Wyndham Championship. So a lot of you still might not be seeing any rainfall where you are. This is the view right now in Winston-Salem, downtown. Now, it's not doing all that much right there, but if I were to swing the camera around, you would start to see some change because there are showers and storms kind of moving in from the north right now. So let's take a look at that latest live radar here. We're going to notice that there are plenty of showers and storms that have kind of been moving in from Virginia. So the trend today and kind of the motion, whenever you're tracking these things at home, it's good to know what direction they're moving as you're using that interactive radar. Always helpful to hit the play button so that you know if they're coming toward you or moving away or just to the side. So right now, when we take a look at this, showers and storms are pushing in basically from the north and from the west. That's the general motion for today. So a northwest motion moving into our area for the rest of the afternoon. That's something you want to keep an eye on. Showers and storms that do have the potential of a couple of downpours, lightning, and even some gusty winds. So that's something we want to keep an eye on for today. The main risk is for the flooding, though. So if we zoom in a little bit more, we can give you some of the detail on where these storms are. But they're basically forming a line right now, which means there's not going to be as much of us that escape it or that miss out on the storms today. They're just going to be more widespread. Yesterday, a lot of us got missed. Today, not so much. More of us will get hit by these rather than missed by them. You see what I mean? How it's pretty steady rainfall right now in the foothills, especially in Surrey County. I think you'll probably start to get flash flood warnings through the rest of the afternoon as we start to see more showers and storms kind of reform over the same areas. So let's give you a lay of the land here. There's a severe thunderstorm warning with this storm right here that's moving in. Basically closing in on Winston-Salem right now. So it's pushing through Stokes, Surrey, and Yadkin counties. There could be some high wind gusts in here. Let's take a look at the velocity scan. Yeah, there are some higher winds. So right here near Shoals, wouldn't shock me if we get some reports of some trees down. It's not that windy at the moment, but again, these storms do sometimes have the potential to put down some what we would call a downburst or a microburst. That's something to keep an eye on. But basically, that is headed your way toward Winston-Salem. I can put some arrival times on here for you. These storms are not moving that quickly, just at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. So if we kind of track this out for you, let's extend it out actually into Guilford County so we can get Sedgefield arrival times. So this thing kind of closing in on High Point by about 4:17. So Wyndham Championship is going to be shaky once you get past 4 o'clock. They'll be fine for the next hour, but after that, they might have to make some adjustments. Winston-Salem, about 30 minutes away that you'll start to see some downpour style rain. It really is coming down right now in Yadkin County, but also up here near Pilot Mountain, seeing a lot of this too, and up in Stokes. So that's one storm I'm tracking. Another one is up here in Rockingham County. Now I'm going to turn the alerts off just because that blue box gets too big right now with too much to kind of look at. So let's take a look here. Martinsville, Virginia, Danville, Virginia, Eden too. That's kind of an area that we're watching. Showers and storms, again, having the potential to put down some high winds, lots of lightning as well to consider, and something that we'll also be looking at would be heavy rainfall around that area. So that's moving into Danville, Virginia. In fact, let me see if I can pull up our Danville camera here. We'll see what Danville's looking like. Actually, I got to switch it off. There's a nice view of Wilmington. Isn't that beautiful this afternoon? Here's North Myrtle Beach, where it's also looking fine at the moment. But showers and storms up in Virginia are headed our way. Here's the flood risk for today. We're all in a level 2 concern for some flash flooding. And something that we'll have to keep an eye on with any of these storms that move either slowly or kind of repeatedly over those same areas over and over again. That's when you can get in trouble with, turning 1 inch of rain into 3 inches of rain. And that's when you have a flash flood problem that starts to develop a little bit. So let's keep an eye on that as we go into the afternoon. Basically, this will be somewhat of a concern through about 8 to 9 p.m. And then after that, we should be a little bit better toward the evening hours. So I'm not quite as concerned for the evening, but in the meantime, you do want to be on the lookout for showers and storms that could just mess up your Friday night plans. It really is a little bit inconvenient timing-wise. I talked about rainfall being pretty heavy out in the west. This is going to be a concern for most of western North Carolina, so down toward the Charlotte area too. That's something we'll keep an eye on. As far as how much rain has already fallen, let's take a look at our estimates. This is from radar. We radar estimate some of this rainfall. And so far today, it just depends on where you are, but over in these foothills storms, they have been putting down a very quick 1 to 2 inches. So what that means is that they're efficient producers of rainfall, and that it's going to be something that happens quickly. It's not, that's what flash flooding means. Flash flooding means it's happening fast. It's coming up quickly. It's going down quickly as well. And there's not always a lot of time to prepare for that. So that's something to keep in mind. I just switched our camera over here to Danville. So this is in Virginia. They're getting ready for a storm up there that has a severe thunderstorm warning on it. This is the view of the Dan River currently. And you'll see skies getting a little bit darker there currently right now. So we'll have to see. Check that out probably in the next half hour and see how it looks a little bit different. But that storm is coming at Danville from the west, and it's the same one that's heading it your way in Stoneville and Eden up in Rockingham County. If you're watching us from Greensboro, nothing going on right now, but I would expect that once we get into, let's say, 4:30 to 5 o'clock, that's when it gets a little bit busier. So if we kind of track all of these as a bit of a line here and then move them across the area, let me click this here first. If we do a motion somewhat like this, that would put them in Greensboro a little bit after 4 o'clock, Burlington a little bit after 4:30, Asheboro about 5:15, and then Durham around 5:30. That would be probably the quickest that they could arrive in those areas. More likely than not, they'll be kind of a little slower. But that would be some broad brush arrival times. I do not think the Wyndham will be able to escape today without any disruptions. I think that will be an issue. Charlotte's in the same boat as us today. They'll be having some showers and storms as a problem later on today too. Let me show you the computer models guidance that we have. As it loads here, we're watching for showers and storms. So this is one of our computer models that we can show you as a guide for when the storms might arrive. And it's actually a little bit behind the 8 ball here. It's a little bit too slow. So I'm going to switch up and use a different model. This is the one that we have in-house here at WFMY. You can't get it anywhere else. So it's a little bit quick, actually, but you get the same idea. 4, 5, and 6 o'clock are probably pretty busy around here. And then through 7 and 8 o'clock, most of the action is south of us, but we'll have some lingering rain through maybe 9 to 10. Now, heading into tomorrow and heading into the weekend, that's when things are getting better. So we won't be dealing with bad storms anymore, but we will possibly still have some clouds and drizzle around the area. It'll be a lot cooler. And then towards Sunday, we're actually seeing lower humidity. So if we kind of watch the dew point trend here, which it's been the most humid summer on record in Greensboro so far, it really has. That's going to start to change as well. So let's take a look at our dew point trend. We'll still have a good amount of humidity around the area to start tomorrow. It won't feel cool and crisp, let's say, but it'll be falling. Dew points are in the 60s to start your Saturday. And then by Saturday afternoon, again, still kind of seeing some of those dew points in the 60s, but they're at least falling off a little bit. By Sunday, that's when we should see more change. Dew points in the 60s for pretty much all of us. the low 60s at that. And then Sunday afternoon is where it really could start to feel great. So be patient. Tomorrow's not going to feel like $1 million right away, but it will start to improve a little bit. Starting to run out of time here. We're going to have full coverage for you coming up on WFMY News 2 at 4 o'clock. And we're live from 4 to 6:30 on WFMY. And, of course, we have our Weather Impact Show right here on WFMY Plus. New severe thunderstorm warning for Forsyth County. We'll see you later.